Today, we're going to dig into why putting learning right in the palm of your hand isn't just some cool tech trend. Nope, it's a massive strategic advantage for any business that wants to thrive today. So think about it for a second. For years, corporate training meant one thing: being stuck somewhere, a classroom, a conference room, or glued to your desktop computer. But what happens when your workforce isn't sitting at a desk all day? And this number, well, it's kind of a huge deal. Over 90% of the entire world's population owns a mobile phone. That means pretty much every single one of your employees already has a super powerful learning tool right there in their pocket. It's a massive, untapped opportunity just waiting. Okay, so what's the solution here? It's all about taking training out of that stuffy classroom and putting it where your people actually are, right in the flow of their work and their lives. The idea itself is actually super simple, but man, is it a game changer. Mobile learning, or M-learning, just means delivering training on the devices we're already using 24/7. So your sales rep, they can learn on their commute. Your technician in the field, they can pull up a tutorial right on the spot. It's learning whenever, wherever. What this does is it just shatters all those old school rules. Forget about fixed schedules, forget about having to be in a specific building, and forget about that boring one-size-fits-all content. But maybe most important of all, it finally opens the door for all those employees who aren't chained to a desk. And that last point, it is absolutely critical. Get this, around 80% of the entire global workforce is deskless. We're talking retail, manufacturing, healthcare, you name it. For all of these people, mobile training isn't just a nice to have, it is literally the only practical way to give them consistent on-demand training. But look, it's easy to think this is just about technology and gadgets, right? But it's so much more than that. This is about fundamentally changing the whole learning experience to make it more personal, more engaging, and, actually useful for every single employee. The real difference here is about control. See, old school training forces everyone down the exact same boring path at the exact same speed. Mobile learning completely flips that script. It offers self-paced, personalized learning paths with really engaging content. We're talking short videos, quick quizzes, even simulations. It's the difference between being talked at and actually doing something. So, what do employees think about all this? Well, it's not surprising, right? When you give people the freedom to learn on their own terms, their motivation just skyrockets. In fact, a whopping 70% of people say they feel way more motivated when they can access training on their phone. Okay, so employees are happier, they're more motivated. That's fantastic. But what does this actually mean for the business? Let's talk about the real, tangible results, the stuff that impacts the bottom line. Check this out. A study by Merrill Lynch found that employees finish their courses a staggering 45% faster on mobile devices. Why? Because they could use all those little pockets of time during the day, waiting for a meeting, on the bus, during a break, turning wasted moments into real learning. And you know what? It's not just faster, it's actually more effective. One pharmaceutical company saw a 53% jump in how much their people remembered after switching to mobile learning for a big product launch. The info comes in these small, bite-sized chunks, which just helps it stick. People don't just finish the course, they actually remember what they learned. And of course, let's talk about the money. The cost savings here are just huge. I mean, first off, you can say goodbye to all those logistical nightmares. No more flights, no more hotels, no more renting out expensive venues. Your people spend less time away from their actual jobs. And the best part? If something changes, you just update the digital content once. Boom, done. No reprinting 1,000 manuals. Okay, so it works for the individual and it saves money. But what happens when you apply this across the entire company, especially if your teams are spread out all over the place? This right here is the core of it. This is the magic. Being able to deliver a single, consistent message to everyone, everywhere, at the exact same time. It's the ultimate tool for getting everyone on the same page. It really all boils down to consistency. Whether it's super important compliance training or just getting a new hire up to speed, everyone gets the exact same high-quality information. It means your new team member in another country is on the same page as your veteran team at headquarters. It just works. So let's bring this all home. When you combine empowered employees with real bottom-line benefits and a unified organization, well, you start building something incredibly powerful. A workforce that's ready for anything. And hey, this isn't just theory. Look at these real-world results. A huge retailer saw a 20% boost in sales productivity just by giving staff instant access to product info. Amazon saw a 20% productivity lift in some of its frontline programs. And IBM, they increased knowledge retention by 30%. These are real, tangible business results. So when you invest in mobile learning, the return on that investment, the ROI, really comes from three main places. You get those direct productivity gains, you see huge direct cost savings, and you create a culture of learning that helps you keep your best people. It's a true win-win-win. And all of that leaves us with one last really simple but powerful question to think about. Your people are already living and working in a mobile-first world. The only question left is, has your training caught up to them yet?